What does it mean to dream about snakes? Surely you've had this kind of dream at least once, and the feeling it leaves you with is, at the very least, unsettling. The snake, that fascinating and mysterious creature, has been a symbol of many things throughout history, from evil in religions to hidden knowledge. But what happens when it appears in your dreams? What is your subconscious trying to tell you? Today, we are going to dive into a world of surprising interpretations, and maybe even some uncomfortable ones, because what we're about to discover is not what many people think. First, let's talk about what everyone knows. The snake in dreams is associated with fear, threat, and temptation. It's one of those images that makes you question whether you've been doing something wrong in your life, if there's something dark that you need to confront. But don't just go for the obvious. This basic interpretation, though true in some cases, is not the only one. What many people don't know is that dreaming of snakes can have much deeper meanings, and in fact, it could even be linked to something very positive. Yes, you heard that right. Snakes are not always a bad omen. In many ancient cultures, the snake is a symbol of transformation, renewal, and healing. Think of the famous image of the snake biting its own tail, known as the Ouroboros, a symbol of eternity and the endless cycle. When you see a snake in your dream, it may not be a warning of danger, but an invitation to let go of something in your life that no longer serves you, something that needs to be transformed or removed so that you can be reborn. It's the beginning of a deep change that you may not fully understand yet, but it's in process. Now imagine that the snake is not aggressive, that it's not attacking you or surrounding you, but it's simply there, watching you, gently slithering along your path. What do you think that means? This type of dream could be linked to your personal growth. Maybe it's symbolizing your ability to adapt to new circumstances, to face the unknown. Snakes, in their essence, are extremely adaptable creatures. They can move between obstacles, changing shape according to their surroundings, which makes them a powerful symbol of flexibility and survival. If you dream of a calm snake, it could be your subconscious telling you that you have the tools to adapt to the changes coming into your life. However, there's something else in this image that we need to explore. If the snake is biting someone in your dream, or if it's attacking you, the message becomes more complex. The snake bite in dreams could be a warning, not only about an external threat, but about something within you. Maybe there's a part of your personality or your life that is harming you. A toxic behavior pattern, a relationship that's draining you, or a self-destructive thought that you need to confront. The snake in this context could be telling you it's time to wake up, to change something before it's too late. This bite is not just physical, but also emotional or mental. The snake is calling your attention. What if in your dream, the snake is following you, but not attacking you? Maybe you find it in unexpected places like your home or even in your bed while you're sleeping. This may reflect a feeling of being stalked by something in your life that you don't know how to handle. Those concerns that don't go away, the fears that follow you everywhere. It's not uncommon for snakes in dreams to evoke feelings of paranoia or anxiety. The snake that follows you could be indicating that there is something in your life that you're not confronting, an internal conflict that's growing bigger than it actually is. But now, here comes the big question. What if you encounter a snake that is shedding its skin? This is one of the most powerful images you can experience in a dream. Snakes shed their skin, and this process of renewal is a very clear symbol of regeneration. In the realm of dreams, a snake shedding its skin could be a sign that you too are undergoing a process of transformation. Perhaps you are shedding old habits, ideas, or people that no longer benefit you. The fact that you encounter a snake during this process suggests that you are in the middle of a deep renewal cycle. You are in the process of letting go of everything that doesn't serve to make way for the new. Here's where the symbolism gets even more intriguing. Have you ever had a dream with snakes where the snake shows you something? As if it were approaching you in a way that allows you to see something you otherwise wouldn't have noticed. Maybe it shows you a scene from the past, a future situation, or even an aspect of yourself that you'd never considered. Dreams where snakes become something more than just terrifying creatures have a connotation of revelation. The snake, in this case, might not be just an animal. It could be some sort of spiritual guide, showing you the truth behind what you've been avoiding. It's as if the snake is telling you, look beyond the fear. The truth is in the transformation. Now, before we continue, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever had a snake dream that left you with an unsettling or even revealing feeling? Tell me in the comments. And don't go anywhere because the best is yet to come. Now that we've explored some of the most common and surprising interpretations of dreaming about snakes, let's take it a step further, because there's something many don't know. There are lesser-known but powerful aspects that could be behind these kinds of dreams. Have you ever considered that the snake in your dream could represent a part of your life that needs healing? Or even that the type of snake you dream about has something to tell you about your current emotional state? Let's take a closer look at how these dreams can be a mirror of your psyche and the dynamics at play in your life. For instance, what if the snake in your dream is accompanied by other animals? If it appears alongside an eagle, a wolf, or even a frog, this could be pointing to the interaction of different forces in your life. The snake, as you know, is a symbol of change and transformation, but these other animals also carry their own meanings. The combination of these symbols in a single dream could be suggesting that you're facing a moment of transformation on multiple levels: personal, professional, emotional. Maybe it's time to accept the challenge of these various aspects of your life, much like when elements of nature combine to create something new and stronger. This isn't just a snake dream. It's a complex message that multiple aspects of yourself are at play and need attention. And when we talk about the colors of the snake, things get even more interesting. The snake you see in your dreams is not only important because of its behavior, but also because of its color. Was it a green snake, red, black? Colors in dreams hold deep symbolism. Green, for example, can be linked to healing, fertility, or envy, depending on the context of your life. A red snake could be tied to passion, desire, or anger. If the snake was black, the color may be associated with mystery, the unconscious, and sometimes with your deepest fears. And what if the snake changes color throughout the dream? This could indicate that you're going through intense emotional changes, that your perceptions about something or someone are evolving quickly, and your subconscious is processing these transformations. But there's something even more intriguing. Have you noticed that the snake sometimes seems to be related to your relationship with power and control? This is one of the less explored connections in snake dreams, but it's definitely important. The snake, by its nature, is a creature of silent power. It may be showing you how you feel about controlling your life. If the snake bites you or surrounds you, it could be a manifestation of a deep fear of losing control over something important, whether it's a relationship, your career, or even your emotional well-being. Perhaps you feel like something or someone is threatening your authority or your ability to make decisions. The snake, like power, is not always aggressive, but it can be unpredictable. Now imagine that the snake in your dream doesn't just appear, but somehow captures you. It wraps around you, trapping you. This could be a reflection of a deep sense of vulnerability or helplessness. Maybe in your waking life you're going through a period where you feel overwhelmed by circumstances. Maybe there's something or someone manipulating you, or even you feel trapped by your own decisions. In these cases, the snake becomes a mirror of those internal feelings that you need to release. But sometimes the snake isn't an enemy or a threat, it's a guide. If you've had dreams where the snake leads you, takes you down a path, or shows you something specific, this is a sign that change is happening within you, but perhaps you're not immediately recognizing it. The snake could be here to help you navigate through unknown territory, to show you a way to deal with situations you still don't understand. If you manage to go with it, instead of fighting it, your dream is suggesting that you embrace what's coming. Sometimes wisdom and growth don't come the way we expect, but through difficult or perplexing experiences that ultimately lead us to something much better. And if you dare to delve even deeper, some believe that dreams with snakes can have a spiritual meaning. Some spiritual traditions view the snake as a symbol of Kundalini energy, a dormant energy that resides at the base of the spine, and when awakened, leads to enlightenment. In this context, dreaming about snakes could be indicating that your spiritual energy is ready to be unlocked. You may be on a path of self-discovery and spiritual growth, and the dream is a sign that something much greater is at play. But there's one more detail we can't overlook. Dreaming of snakes can also be related to betrayal or deceit. This is not always the case, but if the snake in your dream appears subtly, almost invisibly, and then surprises you with an attack, it could be reflecting your mistrust towards someone in your life. Maybe something isn't clear. There are lies or secrets hovering around you. The snake could be acting as a warning, telling you to stay alert to situations or people that might not be what they seem. Now, if you've made it this far, you've probably already started to see snake dreams from a new perspective. They're no longer just omens of bad times or threats. They're complex and multifaceted messages that could be revealing much more about yourself than you thought. So the next time you encounter a snake in your dream, instead of being scared, try to pay attention. Observe the details. how the snake behaves, what colors it has, how it makes you feel. These small details could be giving you crucial guidance about your life and your future. And now, I'd love to know, have you ever had a snake dream that left you with a deep or strange feeling? What do you think your subconscious might be trying to tell you? Leave me your comment below. I'd love to read it and share more reflections on this fascinating topic.